Hey guys, welcome to the next episode in Let's Play Football Manager with Brighton, and this is how the league looks on February 2025. And we are top, just by 1 point, although with a game in hand against Manchester United. Now, we don't actually have a better goal difference than them. Our goal difference actually is inferior to all of the top four. We might be top, but in terms of goal difference, actually at the bottom, technically, of the top four. West Brom, though, are not far away. I don't think you can really say a top four ad. I mean, we're all sort of close to each other. I mean, Arsenal down in 8th at 13 points. I mean, it's not a million miles away, but it's quite far, you know. And yeah, that is essentially the top 8. You've got Brighton, United, City, Chelsea, West Brom, Liverpool, Aston Villa, and Arsenal. Aston Villa, I hear you say? Yeah, they've been strangely really good. I have absolutely no explanation for it. They had just come from absolutely nowhere. And they had a blistering start as well. In fact, I'll show you the past positions. Let's just compare ourselves. As you can see, we've been top for a long time. But I'll show you Villa. They were top. Oh, sorry, they were near the top. I mean, they were second there. You know, so from game 14, that's week 14. That's fairly into the season. And they've drifted down. Obviously, you know, they were third there and have kind of wiggled the way down since. But yeah, they've They done really well, strangely. I have no explanation why. Again, I mean, also, we'll have a look. I've not really looked into it, to be honest. I've just kind of played the game and got on with it. But we'll have a look at our transfers anyway, and we'll make sense of our own team first. So, I've let a few, again, more players go out on loan. I've I've put Stuart McEwen out on loan at Stockport. Let's see how he's doing, actually. I've not checked up on him. He's very poor. Oh dear, that's not good at all. He's 21, yeah, hot prospect still. He's got 8 goals in 30 appearances. It's not that great, but it's okay. It's just okay. Let's see. Campos has gone on loan. He unfortunately is not happy with me as I can't play him, and his attitude, quite frankly, stinks. I can't fit him in the team if I'm going to be honest. So I'll get onto that in a minute. I've let Nuno Nunes go. He was the one whose attitude stunk. He's gone for £7 million. To Porto, even though he started off life at Benfica, and yeah, he wanted way too much football. As you can see, I was giving him a decent amount of games, and he still wanted more. So I was like, do you know what? I paid very little for you. I can make a big profit on you. You're not that great, if I'm going to be honest. See you later. So yeah, his attitude is also pretty fucking terrible. Let a few more players go out on loan. I've also sold Christophe Gauthier as okay, right. He was really injury prone. In fact, he was very, very injury prone. And as you can see, he's still out. Look, possibly out for 10 days. Really, really injury prone. You know, and he actually was pretty good for me. He is actually a decent player. But look how many games he's played. Look, I tried to throw him in as many times as I could last season, but he was just injured all the time. Look, he got 6 assists. He has potential. He could be a good player. But he keeps getting frigging injured, and I'll show you now. So this is when I pretty much bought him. So let's see. So I say 2020. He's damaged his ribs. He's bruised his ribs. He's damaged his elbow. He's pulled his hamstring. He's bruised his ribs. He's had a concussion. He's fractured his wrist. This was the big one, that he broke his foot. He's pulled his hamstrings. He's gashed his arm, and he's still injured there. He's just come back from a frigging sprained ankle. He was out for a month, or nearly a month and a half. It's probably a month and a half if you count match fitness. And now he's injured again. So he just kept getting injured. He wanted first team football, and it's like, I can't give you first team football if you're not match fit. And then when you do get match fit, you come back into the team, just injure yourself, and we start the whole fucking process over again. It's not good. So I just told him to say, look, I've bought you for nothing. I think I did buy him for nothing. Yeah, literally £1 million, and I sold one for £3 million. I think that's going to rise to 5. I think. So yeah, sod off. FC Nantes. I don't even know if they're any good or not. It's probably not. And yeah, apart from that, that's it. So I managed to save up another £10 million, stuck that on the transfer kitty, and he's a real bought. So I've told you about Bazzari, who is in the reserves currently. I think I've just had him on loan. Yeah, he was on a loan at Chesterfield. Now these are the ones I'm bringing. Again, I do like to, as you know, bring in a lot of youngsters, and these are the ones I brought in. This is Antonio Jesus Martin. I'm just going to call him Martin because he's good, and he fitted into the team straight away. Just came in as if he's been here all his life. Fantastic. He's just very, very good. He's a defensive midfielder, obviously, where he can play anywhere. And he's, as you can see, he's fit in fairly well. For £2 million from Barcelona, you can't argue. And yeah, he's fitted in the team very nicely. We've got Jose Vicente here. I realise signing of Vicente for Brighton is quite funny. But he has 5-star potential, striker, advanced forward. Let's see what I can do with him. He's 18 years old and he has played. He's actually scored 31 goals in non-competitive games. That kind of shows you know the level we're at here. He's only played a few games, obviously scored once for the first team already, but for 2.3 million, I thought why not? And potentially I could have him and his new potential strike partner for years to come. This is Mirko Bastoni. He is another 5-star player. That's why I've just paid £8 million for a friggin' 19-year-old. This better pay off. I usually just go for the 5-star thing. But also, I like the acceleration. He's my kind of player. I like pacey players. Off the ball, he's pretty good. Free kick, he's got decent free kick taken. So I went for it and made a bit of a gamble on him. We've also got here Alejandro Gonzalez. Now, this was another option for me. I decided to not necessarily replace Campos or anything, but I needed. I don't know why I bought him. I just thought I had a bit of money and I thought I'd take a go on him. 6.75 million. As you can see, if you add the subs there, 4 goals and 7 start appearances, not bad at all. I forget why I bought him. I think it was just as a bit of extra firepower, I guess. An option, if you will, another type of option. And now these ones were all bought in January. First one here, this is Alfredo Fernandez. 22 years old. I needed to add a bit more youth to that defence because if I go over the team again here very quickly, if we look at the centre back's age, you've got Bruno, who's 33, Higatzi's 34, Dunku will be leaving, is 33, Dawson's 34. Now them four have basically been the genuine real thing. They've been the back four for the last 10 years now. All of them, obviously, we've had a few come and go, but that has been the back four essentially. Now I know we've got Lombardi, we've got Pardo, we've got Custers, and a few others, but apart from that really is it. So I've kind of struggled a bit at the time, sometimes at the back, and the pace, or the lack of it, if you will, has been a bit of a problem. But I've bought in some of these players here, like I've bought, he hasn't played yet. His match fitness hasn't been very good. It wasn't good when he arrived, and the dickhead reserve coach won't actually play him. So, revolving circle. Alex Rizzi here, another Italian. Yeah, again, come back to it. 4-star potential. He can play. He's pretty diverse. He can play at centre mid as well, and as a left winger and left back. So yeah, he's very diverse. Good option to have. Thought I'd pay a little bit extra for him. And finally, this has been really pondered on buying this guy for ages. He's only 2-star potential, but trust me, he shows more than that. This is Han Jae-yoon. First Korean player I think I've ever bought. And he was cheap from Villa. He was transfer listed for 1.3 million. And trust me, he's had a good start. I know it doesn't show you there, but I'm saying playing a bit ahead of yourself. So, he's had a good start, trust me, he's done well. So there's the transfers then. But bear in mind, he doesn't come in till January, so yeah, just bear that in mind. Let's go over the fixtures then. So had the big Chinese tour or whatever it was at the start, and the first game was against Southampton, and lo and behold, Jose Vicente scores on his debut. I think it was his debut, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. And against Southampton, which I don't know if you call Brighton Southampton a derby. I know Brighton Palace, not even a derby. It's a South Coast derby. That's all I got in that one. But here he comes now. We'll get on to this in a moment. There's Pardo, who I'm expecting a lot of these players to really step up their game and really get into the first team now, like sort of Rubio, Gordon, Pardo, Martin, I guess. To really establish themselves as well. Though they kind of already are first teamers, but a very lucky deflection. A very lucky chance for him, but debut goal for the Spaniard. Not bad at all, eh? So a decent start there. Next game was against Liverpool, and we actually won. Went to Anfield and won, which is quite strange. 3-1. Don't win too often at Anfield. Incidentally, I do actually want to show you something. It's to do with Liverpool. It is one of their players. It's Barry Wallace. He is now the captain. I'm not going to show you these goals, but I just want to show you this real quick. Fixtures. As I say, finally not. Oh, what happened there? That happened. Yeah, we beat them 4-2. Now, I just want to show this real quick, and I realise I'm going to spoil a few things here, but never mind. 11-1. Hopefully you didn't see that. 11-1. Look at that! That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 goals. FA Cup third round against Truro. 9 freaking goals. That is... I've never seen that before. Have you ever seen it? Okay, get the challenge right now. Write in the comments. Have you ever seen anyone score more than 9 goals in a competitive, I just want to say, competitive game on Football Manager? That's in the one game. I can't say I've ever seen it. I want to know how on earth he's managed to... I've got to see. How has he scored in the 38th and 39th minute? I want to see that, because that is ridiculous. Damn right he got a 10 rating. Let's just have a look at this. So, this is the 38th minute. Just waltzes in. Defenders don't even do anything. Okay, and then we have now the 39th minute. So they must get that back literally straight away. Jesus Christ. Oh my days, right. So yeah, hopefully he didn't say anything there. And so we continue on anyway with a nice win over Stoke, who have just come back up. Mohamed Atalay with the goal, and even a win over Manchester United. Yes, Mohamed Atalay once again scoring. I'll show you the goals here. Danny Goddard once again scoring and equalising there, as you saw, for Manchester United. But Atalay's had a great start. He has done very, very well. Atalay, record signing, of course, but he's been a very good player for this team, and I can assure you he is not finished yet. Lovely ball by James Ward-Prowse, who's also done very well. After a touch, and just brilliant. Isn't that just really good from Atalay? I won't call it an individual effort. I mean, great ball by Ward-Prowse. And this is the equaliser here from Goddard, coming up in a moment. I think it was anyway. It might be. Oh no, it's not. It's a second goal for Atalay. So I was totally looking at the wrong way. Yeah, it was a really nice finish again. Lovely ball over the top. So at this point we're just cruising really, and I think surely we're not just can't cruise against Manchester United. No one does that. And true to word, this will happen next. Goddard is ridiculous. He gets himself into some great spaces, and again just turns to defence, uses a bit of pace, and that's a great finish. And I really was concerned at this point. We managed to hold on just and record a good win against Man United. This is now then the Champions League group, and how we got on against Benfica. Now, and this was how that Champions League group looked, and we lost. We didn't lose a single game, which was excellent. Finishing top again, King Kenny getting us a nice equaliser against Benfica there, beating Anderlecht 2-0 in Belgium. 5-0 thrashing Zenit St. Petersburg. Obviously, I don't think they have Hulk anymore, or Danny, or anyone half decent. No. Oh, they've still got Axel Witsel, who is still going at 36 and he's transfer listed. Still got Axel Witsel though, who is the greatest name in all of his football. Strange. Yes, that's 5-0. Gordon with 2, Markovic, Bruvio and Pardo. Custard and Zaha getting us 2-0 victory in Russia. 2-2 against Benfica. This Corte lad's a really good player. Rubio and Antonio Martin or something. Yeah, Antonio Martin getting us the equaliser there, decent points against them. And finally, I think this was a dead heat match which I simmed. Alessandro Ricci getting the win against Anderlecht. So yeah, fairly bog standard. Now unfortunately went to the Emirates and things started. That was the first loss of the season. It was a 1-0 defeat to Arsenal. No one was particularly bad here. This was just a game saying, nah, you're not going to score today. We were like, nah, I'm just not going to score. 1-0 against Wigan. In fact, I'll show you some of the things there. We've gone to that Wigan game in a moment, but as you can see, they just dominated. You had the one chance and it was like, no, it's not happening for you today. I had good enough possession, but couldn't really get forward. I think that is one of the weaknesses of this this formation I'm playing here with the one striker. If that one striker is your one route to their goal, and if he can't get there, if you can't get it to him or Ferrer or someone, you've had it, and that's kind of what let me down there a bit. And this is again strange run from Aston Villa. I totally just blanked over the Aston Villa result there. Sorry about that. Yeah, the Aston Villa. This was when Aston Villa, as I say, had their brilliant start, and they beat us. I don't know what happened there. I wasn't expecting this to be fairly easy, and they turned around and beat us, and actually went like second. They got Jimmy Rooney, even down to 10 men for most of the game. I couldn't believe this. It was 1-1. I thought, here we go, press on and win, and then go and head and Lubin. In fact, I'll show you their goals. This was just, I couldn't believe. I genuinely could not believe this. Where they came from. And I think this was the time they told me, okay, maybe it's time to play Panucci a bit more. And Jack Butland, I think, started getting less and less games. But this was a penalty. It was Garvey put them in front, and it was 1-0. And I'm like, frick's sake, come on. So I changed things to attacking, try and get a few things, change a few things around, and we do get the equaliser at the moment through Wellington here, who's taking the corner. Strangely, I've had all sorts of people take corners. It's weird. I haven't actually set any corner takers, so I just let the computer do it default. And great shot there from Pardo. Really nice shot. He got a good shot on him, the young lad. Forced to Wellington. Lucky break. But we then, I'm thinking, okay, maybe we should go on and win this. But no, didn't happen. It's a corner. How they didn't score the first or second time, I'll never know. But he gets his first goal, and he bloody beat us. They went like second there. I think they were like a point behind United or whoever was top. Might have been Liverpool actually. And they did really well. Now, I will go over these Carling Cup games in a separate video because it deserves its separate video. We are going to the final of the Carling Cup, just to spoil things now for you. In fact, I'll go over the rest of these results in a moment. I'm going to make a separate video before the season review, and I'm going to go over every single one of these games because we have had the most ridiculous run I've ever seen in a cup. Starting with Wolves there, which I'll go on to later. Anyway, this 1-0 victory against Wigan. I say that video probably will be out tomorrow or something, or maybe even later, who knows. 1-0 against Mark. That's a goal from Markovic. 2-1 against Blackburn. Zaha and Diné scoring. And a 1-1 draw at Upton Park there. Mohamed Attalay scoring. Another Carling Cup result there. Oh, sorry, Capital One. I keep calling it the Carling Cup. Damn it. 2-0 against Peterborough. Bastoni got his first goal. We'll show you then. Peterborough, this was a harder game than I thought actually. They were quite resilient. As you can see, we didn't score until the 33rd and 92nd minute, so yeah, they were doing quite well in fairness to him. Whoever wants to load. There you go. Yeah, I think this was Bastoni's first goal. Nice finish. Commentator should say, yeah, the first goal for Brighton, so good for him. Obviously, he's only 17, 18, 19, so he's got a little bit to go before he completely makes it yet. But that was in the 92nd minute. They were bombing people forward, and that just finished them off. So, Bastoni with his first goal. Pretty poor game, actually, since they dug in so much. Let's see, where are we? I keep losing track of where we are. 1-0 against Cardiff, finally going to Wales and winning again. Attalay scoring once again. Millwall, Wellington, Camarota, and Danini got his first goal. Remember, this goal was a really good one. I'll show you Danini's goal. Nice finish, 92nd minute. Per Beckman there put them in front. Actually got sent off 10 minutes later. And that basically meant I was attacking the whole game. And this was the finisher right here from Danini. Bang! Nice goal from just over 20 yards, about 20 yards out. So yeah, nice from him. Another Capital One game there. 1-1 against Man City. Ahmed Hegazi with a nice point earner for us at Eastlands. 3-1 against Tottenham. That's Wellington, Attalay and Ferrer scoring. Crap 0-0 game against West Brom. Not really much to report there. Lazar Markovic getting on my nerves a bit, to be honest. And we're on a nice sequence of wins here with Alejandro Gonzalez coming into the first team for the first time. He took him a while to break through. His match fitness was dreadful. I hate the reserve. Whoever controls the reserves, probably the assistant manager, wouldn't play him, so his match fitness was dreadful, so I had to play him, and took till December for him to start. I'm surprised he didn't get pissed off at me before, but yeah, it was doing my head in. Friggin' thing was doing my head in. I just could not. I couldn't find a spot for him because either Atterley or Wellington was scoring, but because his match fitness was so down. Also, I realised to play, to get match fitness, he has to play matches. But he and Marcus Stark was just as guilty, and Markovic, another reason why they haven't played as much. It's just because the friggin' reserve coach won't play them. And it was a nice break here. Gonzalez with his first goal. I don't think it was his debut goal. It was just his first ever goal for Brighton. And we have the obligatory Ronald Custer's goal, who scored a number of goals from corners this season. Done very, very well. Where are we? I keep losing track of where we are. So that was Gonzalez's first goal. Kenny scoring the winner against Chelsea. I'll show you that now. 77th minute. There's German, I think his name is. Or it's not going to be German, surely. I'll show you this now. So Kenny, again, a very, very good option for us. The big tall man with target man we can jump it up to. Nice takedown and goal. So, Route 1 sometimes always works. 5-1 against Huddersfield, so another repeater of that score. We've got Custer scoring again, Gordon, Brevio, Camarota and Kenny scoring, all him off the bench again. 4-2 against Liverpool, as you saw earlier. We had 2 from Wellington, 1 from Atterley against his former club, and 1 for Brevio. And a very odd game, a 5-3 against Southampton. This is just crazy, and this one for me was the prime example of. I mean, thankfully it was literally on the last day before the transfer window opened, so I didn't have to suffer from it anymore. But it was absolute, just to show that our back four was. I mean, if you look, Bruma and Dawson, and Dene for that matter as well. Dene's not that old, but Bruma and Dawson both 33, 34, something like that, getting outpaced by these very quick players. Now this is Bustamante, which sounds like a rapper's name. Not report, sorry, his stats I should say. In fact, no, not stats, I'm going on the wrong one. As you can see, his acceleration and pace is very high. As mentioned, his finishing's pretty good in fairness to him, but as you can see, generally he's a quick player. These are the ones that cause us problems. These two in particular, Jordan Obita, who I have seen before. I don't know where from, let me just see. Okay, I don't know, but I've definitely seen his name from somewhere. As you can see, again, good pace, agility and acceleration, causing them problems. And yeah, that's our defence ran absolutely danced the merry dance there from these players. Just couldn't handle them at all. That's why we lost. And then a 2-2, so I'll go with that one in a moment in the next video. 3-0 against Birmingham in the in the FA Cup. God's sake, focus, man. 3-0 against Birmingham in the FA Cup. We've got Markovic with 2 and Bastoni also scoring. 3-0 against Stoke. Wellington, Kenny and Stark scoring. 5-0 against Aston Villa. Remember that. 5-0, that's a hat-trick for Mohamed Atterley, King Kenny and Ronald Custers. And then a 3-2 victory against Derby. Alejandro Gonzalez scoring a hat-trick. Came off the bench, replaced him with, hat-trick from the bench. You don't see too many of them. As you can see, we're 2-0 down. In fact, I'll show you this. 2-0 down. Alejandro Gonzalez, 3-2. That's what happens. So he's been a bit of a revelation, to be honest. He's done extremely well. So at this Lombardi here now, who he's been around for ages, but he's only 21. I'm playing Agnew again, who really starts to get on my nerves now. The problem is though, I have to change the way we play slightly for him, because he's he's all about the head. He's all about heading it and stuff. And getting the crosses into him. To be fair, nice finish from Hughes there for Derby. He's just, it's so hard to play for Agnew, so I might let him go. But it was worth a shout for such an extraordinary player. 6'9". I mean, how can you not at least want to give that a go? But we've got McEwen there, obviously another option as well. I think he was the slightly better option. Actually, was he? I can't remember. But yeah, we as you see, Rubio gets possessed there, but so we have to keep changing the game for him to play anytime he comes in. We have to change. And there's Nathan bloody Delfonso again. I freaking hate this man. He always, without fail, scores against me. He was so infuriating. Lovely there. Love of that. Lovely first goal. Infuriating on FM12. I physically had to just buy him so that he didn't play against me. He scored every single fucking time I played him, and that is absolutely every time. So I just bought him. I paid over the odds, didn't care, and he's actually okay. And there's the equaliser. I shit myself when I saw his name. I thought, no. And so Gonzalez with the equaliser, and then this is right at the end of putting everyone forward. We've got Bastoni and Vicente, potential first time we saw that partnership coming together, even though Gonzalez is playing up front, but whatever. 88th minute now, I should say. Lombardi to Bastoni, cross comes in, there's Gonzalez, bang, 3-2 hat-trick. Lovely. That may have been Han Jae-yoon's first game as well. And yeah, so we've got these final two games here. 1-1, respectable 1-1 draw against Manchester United. That's Ronald Custers again scoring. And finally 2-1 at the Amex. So a nice victory there, double over Arsenal. Got Brevio and Custers scoring again. And that is how things stand. So we're going to the Capital One Cup final. Now, who are we going to be playing? Well, who did we just beat 5-0? Oh, that should be good. Now, unfortunately, I have already recorded it, so I know the results, so I can't do that one live. I did consider doing it live, but I think people get too critical of it and saying, oh, you always win your live commentaries, why can't you do it when you lose? Well, I have lost several, actually. I've lost other live commentaries, but people get very pissy when I win them and go, you cheating, or you're always doing the live commentaries when you win. Well, I'm sorry, that's just the way it goes. This is a game. You know, I have assembled a decent team now. Cut me some fucking slack, why don't you? Anyway, and yes, I did model that nagging voice on Jeremy Clarkson. You know, his moaning voice. So I'll show you the team. Goal-wise, we've got Atherley on 14, Wellington on 12, and then, sorry, start that one again. Atherley on 14, Wellington on 12, Custers with 7, Kenny with 7, Brevio with 5, Gonzalez with a decent 4 You know, considering he's only played a few times, he's got an average rating above 8. That's a phenomenally good to have in the last 5 games. And yeah, assist wise, a bit lower than last time. Got Ferrer. Ferrer on 8, Gordon on 6, Brevio on 6, Nikowski on 5. Nawakowski on 5. And yeah, that's how it looks then. So yeah. Thank you for watching. Hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you. Well, I'll see you in the next video, which will be a recap of the Capital One Cup games, because they are literally just so batshit crazy they deserve their own video. So I'll see you then. Bye bye.